Hi there, Miranda Alt here with Keller Williams Success Real Estate and the Miranda Alt team with your Monday market update for June 17th, 2024. Thanks so much for watching. Happy Father's Day to all of you out there. Hope you had a great day yesterday. It certainly was a beautiful one. Taking a quick look at our Montgomery County numbers for the last 7 days, we had 145 new listings. We had 156 go under contract. We had 120 closed sales, 46 price changes, 46 currently on the private network, and only 1 expired. So once again, seeing a increased number of homes going under contract than we had newly listed. So we're not getting very far in the inventory department. A lot of those homes are also going under contract the same weekend that they're being listed. So some of that is a sort of doubly being accounted for in the new listings. Those are also being accounted for in the under contract sales. So that can be a little bit of a skewed information, but the message is clear. We're still having an inventory issue, and we're going to for the coming years. I've had some people say, oh, we'll wait for more homes to come on the market. We'll wait for interest rates to come down. We'll wait for whatever. And the story is going to be that you're going to continue to wait for a very long time because we don't foresee prices coming down. We don't foresee interest rates coming down a whole lot. They might improve some at the end of the year, but they're not going to come down a lot. And we don't see the inventory problem getting much better, at least for the coming few years. We've got builders building. I was at Lennar this past weekend in Huntley, and they've got some nice homes going up, and they're going up pretty rapidly. However, they are still not building nearly enough to meet the demand in our area. We know that Montgomery County is growing each year, even though the state of Illinois overall is decreasing in population. Montgomery County continues to grow. It continues to be a great place to raise a family, good schools, all the things, and affordable prices. Even though it seems very high, nationwide, comparatively speaking, we have a very affordable area to live. So talking a little bit more about the 3 things that tend to dictate our housing market: inflation, inventory, and interest rates. Let's start with interest rates. Last week, we did see the interest rates improve some in the middle of the week. We saw them come down a little bit. With that, we did see mortgage application volume surge nearly 16% compared to the previous week, according to the Mortgage Bankers Association seasonally adjusted index. We also had stronger than anticipated employment report on Friday, which brought those rates right back up. So during that brief time that they were lower, we also saw refinance applications rising 28% last week. So we saw people kind of run for the opportunity when the interest rates came down. So let's talk a little bit about what that could entail. So we know that inflation has still been coming in pretty strong. We've made some progress with inflation. So inflation has come down a little bit, but it's not anywhere near where the Feds want it to be in order to really make any significant change to the current interest rates. So the Feds have stated that they will lower interest rates once this year. We're thinking that that will be towards the 3rd and 4th quarter. But as we saw last week, just a slight improvement in interest rates sent people running for applications, either to refinance or to get a new home. So what do you anticipate is going to happen if we see any sort of significant decrease in our interest rates? Well, I'll tell you, we are going to see a huge increase in those applications. We'll see a huge influx of new first-time home buyers and repeat buyers that want to get and take advantage of a lower interest rate. So the Feds do not want that to happen, because what that will cause is an increase in our prices. If all of a sudden we've got 100 new buyers just in our Montgomery County area, well, guess what? That is going to create a situation where prices are going to skyrocket, which creates more inflation. And the federal government is trying to get inflation under control, so they're not really incentivized to bring interest rates down, when all that will cause prices to go back up. So my anticipation is that we are going to continue to see interest rates hover right around 7%. Maybe they'll go down a little bit into the 6s, but they're not going to go much lower than that. So if you need to move. Don't wait for something else to happen. It's not going to happen. We have a lot of people sitting on the sidelines saying, I'm going to wait for interest rates to come down. I'm going to wait for inventory to improve. I'm going to wait for prices to come down. And I don't know when any of those things will happen. Certainly not anytime soon. Now, some speculation has been since the end of last year that we would have a slow first quarter. That was true. We would have a moderate second quarter. That's so far proving to be true. We will have a stronger third quarter and a pretty robust fourth quarter. So we will see how that all plays out. But I will tell you, if you're sitting around thinking either that you missed the boat on the spring market, or you don't know if your house is going to sell for what you want, or any of those thoughts, now is a great time to start planning, start thinking about moving, and start getting things rolling and getting things in place so that you're ready to go when those rates do come down. If again, they're not going to come down that significantly, but they probably will come down some throughout the last part of this year. Probably around the election would be a safe time, maybe before the election, maybe October. I have some clients that I've been meeting with recently, and they thought, oh, what if we don't get our house on the market until August? Are we going to miss the boat? I'm like, I don't think so. I think we're going to have a really strong third and fourth quarter. I think it's going to be okay. Now, again, you need to move when the time is right for you. If it's now, great, let's do it. I think you're going to get a great price for your house. Interest rates are pretty stable. We've got a lot of buyers that want to buy. We've got a lot of people who want to move to McHenry County. McHenry County is a great place to live. We've got, a growing population each year, even though the population of Illinois as a whole is decreasing. McHenry County is increasing for obvious reasons. Great schools, great people, affordable prices. It's a great place to live. So those of you that are thinking about moving, I would tell you that we've still got a lot of time in this year. And I do think that there is going to be a really strong opportunity in both the third and the fourth quarter. Prices could potentially go up. So if you're a buyer, that's bad. If you're a seller, that's good. But as we have the interest rates come down, I do think that we will see a huge influx of new buyers getting off the fence and getting into the market, even if they come down a smidge. Man, if they hit 6.75, we are going to see lines at open houses. It's going to be crazy. So again, interest rates are pretty stable right now. They came down a bit last week, but they came back up on Friday. They're pretty much still around 7%. Again, something else to note, you are going to hear different rates quoted in different places. That's because your individual rate depends on your credit, your debt to income ratio, your income. All of those things are going to determine the rate that you personally get. So there's not like one rate that everybody's going to get. So in general, it's around 7%. You might get lower than that slightly, you might get higher than that slightly. It just all depends. But rates are fairly steady. They have been fairly steady for about the last few months, and we expect that to continue. We're going to get some core CPI reports this week that we think are going to indicate that inflation is coming down ever so slightly, which is great. That's what the feds want to see. They're not going to lower those interest rates unless those numbers come down significantly, which I don't anticipate happening this year, but we'll see. We'll see what is going to pan out through the end of this week. So as of right now, we still have very low inventory, big inventory issues still. Now, that does not mean you can't get a great house under contract. You can. You just have to be ready to go when the right house hits the market. So low inventory, interest rates are holding steady around 7%. Inflation appears to be coming down slightly, ever so slightly. So we do think that we will see some improvements in the interest rates through the end of the year. But you definitely have not missed the boat. It's still a great time to get into the housing market. So if you're thinking about moving, it's a great time to do it. Give me a call if you have any questions. I'm at 815-529-0777. Again, I'm Miranda Alt with Keller Williams Success Real Estate and the Miranda Alt team. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy this week. Stay cool. It's going to be hot. Make sure you're drinking your water. Have a good day. Bye.